Hello everyone, my name is Caden, and welcome back to more, if it'll show up on the screen, Chaos Child. Last time we got the Another Sky end, completing the Dream / Another Sky 2 endings for Uki. Okay. And then we are starting on the next ending route called Real Sky End. We only have 2 endings remaining. This route called Real Sky End, and then the True End. So we're starting to get close to the end. The finale, I should say. Sorry. But, well, let's get to it, shall we? Load up the save. Where is it? Heads or tails? Let's get to it. When I'd finished hearing the truth from her, I looked out at the sky in silent shock. I felt helpless, like the ground beneath me had crumpled and I was falling to hell. Strength left my body, and I fell to my knees on the hard concrete. Crusoe told me everything. She gave me just the objective facts without adding any of her own opinions in. She told me the truth behind the return of the new generation madness. It was unbelievable. But no, Serica was behind it all, and all of it was being done for my sake. It was just like the ridiculous theory I'd come up with. It really was a game, and I was the player. I can't believe it. Takuro. I mean, that can't be true, right? Why would I do that? How is she capable of it? She was always by my side. She was there whenever I wanted her to be. And now... I told you, that's exactly why... Crusoe spoke. Her face and voice were filled with sorrow. She was always by your side. And that's exactly why she did all this for you. For me. Sarah committed all those murders for me. She killed all those people for me. She killed Yui for me. For me. For... I understand that's hard to believe. And I know you don't want to believe it. Neither did I. But it's the truth. Of course I knew that Crusoe wouldn't tell me this as a joke. And I'd just seen for myself how Serica had been acting shortly before. Serica really was trying to kill Crusoe. But if all that's true, that means it's all my fault, doesn't it? Yui's death. All the deaths. Even the fact that Serica killed them. It's all my fault then, right? Takuro. I felt something soft surround me as I knelt on the ground. No, Takuro. Crusoe. Don't think of it like that. Don't blame yourself. There was a gentle smell, like old memories. Crusoe's smell. How could you have known that this would happen because of you? But... You just thought something during the earthquake. She read your mind and did all that without ever asking you. That's all there is to it. So it's not your fault. I know that Yui doesn't blame you either. The words were soft as a whisper, but they were strong. I have to apologize to you too. Apologize? You were right. When you told me not to get involved in the case, I should have listened. The killer really wasn't Miyazawa Senri-san. But I said all those horrible things about your friend. I hurt you. It's alright. Don't worry about it. Thank you. Crusoe held me close until I was able to think clearly again. Are you okay now? Yeah. To be honest, I wasn't anything close to okay, but I couldn't sit up here on the roof forever. I stood up and looked around. The whole place was quiet, as if the battle had never happened. And my D sword had disappeared too.
クルス、
Kurusu,
もう一つ
can I
だ
ask
け
you one more
聞い
thing?
てもいいかな。
Huh?
どうして
How come you never told me?
今まで教えてくれなかった。
Why do you have a D sword? What is your power? She must have known that I was going to say what I was going to say before I asked. Her face twisted in sorrow. You can't just not explain that. But I had to ask.
自分が
That you were a
ギガロマニアッ
gigalomaniac.
クスだってこと。
それは
Well,
その
She looked down a little, and when she looked up again, there was something like resolve in her eyes.
だって
That's not the kind
人
of thing
に
you
言いふ
want
ら
to
すよ
tell
うなこ
people,
と
you
じゃ
know?
ないわ。
It would upset
みん
everyone
な
and
嫌
you
がるだろ
too.
うし、タク
It
ル
would
だっ
upset
て
everyone? Just what is her power?
嫌がったりしない
She
よ。
won't upset me.
僕自
I'm a
身
gigalomaniac
ギガ
too.
ロマニアックスだし。
Will you tell me what your power is?
教えてくれないか。
言わなきゃ
Do I
ダ
really
メ
have
か
to?
な。
まだ何が
We
起こ
still
るか
don't know
わ
what's
からない
going to
んだ。
happen.
ど
I
んな
want to
こと
know
で
as
も
much
知
as
って
I
おきたい。
can. Kurusu hesitated for a moment, but finally spoke. What is it?
私のは
My
そ
power
の
is the same as
有村さん
Arimura-san's.
と同じなの。
Really? The power to tell, to tell when someone's lying?
有村と同
The
じ
same as Arimura's?
ええ、
Yeah.
人の言うことが
I can tell when
嘘か
someone's telling
本
the
当
truth
か
or
わかるの
lying.
よ。
That's why I
最
first
初に
thought
セリ
something
カ
was
が
wrong
変
with
だって思っ
Serica.
たのも、
そうだった。
I see.
でも有
But
村さん
remember
も
what
言ってなかった。
Arimura-san had said?
そんなにいいものじゃない
It's
って
not。that great.
どうだったかな。
I don't remember.
人の言葉の
You
裏
never
表
really
なん
want
て
to know when someone's
知
lying
り
to
たく
you.
ないことばかり。
And if people knew I had this power,
そ
they'd
れに
avoid me.
こんな能力を持ってるって知られたら、
Now I think
み
about
ん
it.
な私を
Yeah,
避け
it
ようとす
actually
るわ
makes。sense that she has this power because she always gets on Takaru for lying, and it's like you could excuse it as, oh, Takaru's just easy to read, or she's just really good at reading people. But then now you hear that she's got the same power as Armor. It's like, you know what? Maybe it makes a lot more sense why she can so perfectly tell if somebody's like not being truthful or not. I remember that Arimura had been reluctant to show off her power too. It was probably better to not to know what people were really thinking when they spoke, and she probably wouldn't want people avoiding her.
私の場合、
My power's not as
有村
precise
さ
as
んほど正
Arimura-san's,
確じゃ
though.
ないんだけどね。
Really?
正解率 60%
It's
と
about
いったとこ
60%
ろかな。
accurate, I guess. I finally explained something. Why Serica called Kurusu fake. She must have been saying that she just had a bootleg copy of Arimura's power. Interesting.
ねえ、タク
Hey,
ル。
Takaru,
私たち
what do we do now?
これから
That's a
どうすれ
great
ばいいのかし
question.
ら。
I had no idea. What could we even do now that we knew the truth? Now that we'd lost Yui, Ito, and even Serica. To be honest, my head was a mess, and I couldn't think straight. But there was one thing that I could say.
とにかく
We need to do something
お
about
前をなん
Onoe.
とかしなきゃ。
I couldn't let her kill anyone else. If everything that had happened so far was a result of my wish, then we had to end it here. If Serica's plan was going to continue, the next murder would happen on November 4th. Today. And her target was probably Kurusu Nono, the girl who knew too much. I had to protect Kurusu no matter what. I couldn't let Serica commit any more crimes either. A faint vibration pulled me out of the sea of sleep. Who the hell could be calling at this hour? Wait, what time is that? And where am I? Why are we in Kurusu's room? I quickly remembered everything, and all my drowsiness was blown away in an instant. If Serica was going to attack Kurusu again, it'd have to be on November 4th. That was why I'd stayed over in Kurusu's room last night to keep her safe. That was wasted night of all nights, on some conference or meeting or something. It was up to me to keep Kurusu safe, but at some point I'd fallen asleep.
そうだ。
Wait, where's Kurusu?
来るぞ。
I leaped up and looked at the bed, but she wasn't there. Where'd she go? Great. Oh, wait. Just before I raced out of the room to go look, I caught a glimpse of my smartphone screen. The phone was still vibrating. Kunosato-san? It's rare for her, of all people, to call me. What happened? I grabbed the phone with a shaking hand, afraid for what I was about to hear. Hello?
もし、
My voice was hoarse since I'd just woken up. You're asleep, huh? Guess you're taking it easy. She was as rude as ever. Forget that. What's going on? Why are you calling me? Sorry, I don't have time to go over the details. I'll just tell you what I need to. You know what yesterday, November 4th was? My heart started to beat faster upon hearing those words. Dokyun puzzle. That's alright. Just like we expected, there's been a new death. My heart felt like it was about to stop. But when she told me the victim's name, it was someone I never expected. Is it gonna be Wakui? The body was found brutally murdered late last night on November 4th. An examination of belongings and other things revealed that the victim's name was Sakuma Wataru, the owner of the group home, Alba Dormitory. Well, that was not what I expected. That's definitely not what I was expecting. What? That's definitely not what I expected to hear. I felt shocked, like someone had pounded a nail into the center of my brain. My ears began to ring, and everything started to feel unreal. Dad was killed. I prayed that this was some kind of nightmare. But I didn't even have the right to escape into my own delusions. Dad, when? Oh, you're not gonna ask if I'm telling the truth. Huh? Normally be a little more suspicious. Would you already suspect the possibility? No, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you the details. Please do. The time of death was between 10:30 and 11:30 p.m. on November 4th. The cause of death was the severing of the carotid artery with a sharp blade. There was only one strike, but it was fatal. There were no signs of resistance or struggle, but the blade came from the front. There are three possibilities here. The first is that the victim and killer knew each other. The second is that the killer set an ambush and caught him off guard. And the third is a combination of the two. Kunosawa-san's tone was calm and level. She was like a doctor telling a patient the result of an exam. But to be honest, I preferred it that way. That's all I know. The police will be contacting you eventually. If you figure out anything, call me. When she was done talking, she hung up. Thanks, Kunosato. Hey, your dad's dead. Later. But I kept the phone pressed against my ear, barely aware of what I was doing. Thanks, Kunosato. Dad's dead. This doesn't feel real. But just like Kunosawa-san said, there's no point in her lying. And if she's telling the truth, the murderer is probably... No, definitely Serika. But why would Serika kill Dad? Because she needed to finish the string of killings? Well, that's probably part of it, but why Dad? Well... Did she go after Dad instead since I was keeping her from getting to Kurusu? In a way, this kind of works out. Knowing who Sakura really is from the common ending, knowing how he's like the other kind of the main villain in all this, in the sense of like, you know, mind control. Knowing that, it's kind of working in our favor that he's gone. No. Now's not the time to be thinking about that. Dad was killed. It's because of me. I killed Yui, and now I've killed Dad too. Wait, what about Kurusu? I ran to the living room and found her. I wonder, did you do it? Kurusu? She was standing there in shock, holding the phone in her hands. She slowly turned toward me and spoke in a voice that was barely audible. Never mind. Takeru. That is... Kurusu! I ran to her and grabbed her before she could hit the ground. Takeru. They said Dad's dead. That's... Yeah. Well, again, knowing the truth behind Sakura, it's probably a good thing he's not alive anymore, but the question is, of course, what happened to him? There's an obvious potential answer, but I do wonder if it's the whole story. It's more than likely that, just like Takeru said, Onoe is the one who killed him. Now, that is a bit weird, though, knowing everything we've... Is it because of how Takeru, was denying the game, and how Serika was freaking out? that she decided, screw it, I'm killing the person out of like rage, or I don't know, was she just going insane? Because I want to know the exact reason why Onoe would kill Sakura now. Is it simply because she's gone insane? Or is it because now is she trying to be selfish now and do things in a way that makes her happy? Like not even caring about what Takeru says anymore because Takeru kind of went against what she thought or whatever?
知ってるの？
You know.
どうして？
How?
さっき
Kunosawa-san just called me.
久野里
そう。
I see. Her hands gripped my arm so tightly that it hurt. To be honest, I'd never seen her so weak before. She'd always been so strong. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I guess what I'm trying to question is, did Onoe do this in the attempt of helping Takeru, or in the attempt to harm Takeru? Help in the sense of getting rid of the guy who was going to, you know, experiment on him, or hurt him in the sense of taking away all of his family. In which case, I would also start being concerned about Yuto. But now Yui and Dad were dead, and at the hands of a person she thought was her friend.
どうしよ
What do we do, Takeru?
う。タクル、
What do we do now?
私たち。そうだ。ユートに知らせなきゃ。それから、ウキちゃんにも、あと警察に行って身元の確認をしてほしいって。
And then Uki-chan.
学校に
And
も
then
連絡が。そ
they
れ
said we have to go to the police and confirm his identity, and then we have to call school and...
落ち着いてくれ
Calm down, Caruso. Strangely, it seemed that being in the presence of someone who was more panicky than yourself actually made you calmer. I softly patted her on the head, just like she'd done for me last night.
今はいい
Not right now.
余計なことは
For
考
now,
え
you
なく
don't
てい
need
い
to think
から
about anything. Of course, that didn't actually make it better. Without Dad, we had all kinds of problems to deal with. But first, we had to calm down.
ごめんね。
I'm sorry, Takeru. Just give me a little time,
もう少し。
and I'll be back to my usual self.
もう少し経てば
So,
元の私に戻るから。だから
only then did I finally realize Caruso had probably always forced herself to be strong like this, no matter what happened. She had told herself she needed to be tough no matter what. That she had to be strong to protect Yui and Yuto without me out of a dorm. But I'd been selfish and... It's okay now. I'm here for you. That's probably what I should have said, but I wasn't able to voice it out, so all I did was gently rub her back. The next few days were a blur. We had to go to the police and ID the body, and then get the death certificate. I was surprised at just how much work there was for a family of a murder victim to do. I was worried that there might not be time to properly mourn, but maybe it was better to be so busy that there wouldn't be any time to remember you were sad. Both Caruso and I were able to look away from our harsh reality during all that. But Yuto wasn't so lucky. He'd already lost his sister, and now his adoptive father was dead as well. He was never a strong boy to begin with, so he was in pretty bad shape. But Yamazoe was what saved him. She stayed by his side the whole time while we were running around. After the autopsy of Dad's body was finished, it was decided that he'd be cremated. We didn't have the money for a funeral, but a local neighborhood group put up together enough money for the cheapest service available. We somehow managed to make it work. A lot of Dad's old patients came to pay their respects. And when it was all over, we suddenly found ourselves facing a new problem.
そんな。
What?
私た
Are
ち
you
に
telling us we have
こ
to
こを出
leave?
ていけっていう。
立て続けの不幸の上
I
に
really hate to make things
追
worse
い
for
打
you
ち
guys
をか
after
けるよう
everything
な
you've
状
been
況
through,
になっ
but...
てるんだ。
Shinjo-san had
君
come
た
to
ちに
visit
は
us that
酷
day
な
and
こ
out
と
of
だ
the
と思う
dorm.
が、
He had a bitter look on his face as he spoke.
今回の事件を
Section 2 did some looking around after the murder. It looks like Mr. Sakuma didn't have insurance.
どうやら
それは。
Yes, that's
はい、
true. I
そう
talked to
で
him
す。
about it several times, but he
父
always
さん
said
に
it
は
was
何度
too
か
much
言
of
っ
a
たんです
bother.
が、
We never
本
thought this
人
would
が面
happen.
倒くさがって、
I never talked to Dad
ま
about
さか
money.
こん
She
な
was
こ
the
と
only
にな
one
る
in
とは
the
思って
dorm
い
who
な
knew
かった
that.
ので。
ここの財布を管理
So
して
you were
い
in
る
charge of the
のは
budget here.
君か？
はい。
Yes. And I'm sure you're aware that the situation was pretty bad. He was running at a loss to begin with, and unpaid bills were piling up. Things were already at their breaking point. I knew we weren't rich, but I had no idea it was that bad. And yet Dad had taken us in anyway. Only now when it was too late did I realize how much he'd protected us. What? And there's a mortgage on the building itself too. Either you or Miyashiro-kun is free to take it, but even if you did, it would immediately be repossessed, and you'd be left with nothing but bills. It's not what I call a smart decision. In other words, we had no choice but to leave. Big sis. Yuta was standing a little away from us, looking scared. What's going on? What's going to happen to us? Yuta. Do we have to leave? I want to leave. This is our home. This is where me and my sister and dad and big sis and big bro and Uki all live. I don't. Yuta-kun. Yamazoe, who was standing right next to him, held him gently as he started to cry. Her face was clouded with worry, too. I could understand why. She'd finally made it out of that basement and had only just started getting used to her new life. And now this had happened. Even if we do have to leave, we've got nowhere else to go. I could go back to the RV I'd been living in. But I wouldn't be able to fit everyone there. There was no room in there for 4 people, even if some of them were kids. I think the best option would be for you to go to another orphanage. Another orphanage? But there's a problem. Ever since the earthquake, all the orphanages in the city have been full. Looks like it's going to be hard for you all to go to the same place. So that means we have to go to different orphanages? Yes, it does. No. Oh dear. Yuta was the first to speak. I don't want to go. I want to leave or be separated from everybody. I don't. I gasped a little as I heard the tension in Yuta's voice. I'd never seen him express himself so clearly to an adult. That was how serious the prospect of leaving everyone was to him. I don't want that either. Yamazoe rubbed Yuta's back, speaking in a clearer voice than I'd ever heard from her before. We're finally a family. You can't just tear us apart. Shinjo scratched his head like he wasn't sure what to say. He really was a nice guy. Telling us this stuff wasn't even his job. But he was the one who had told us, and he was the only person we could complain to. Don't worry, Yuta. Uki-chan. I'll do something. Do something? Do what? Well, a part-time job or something? A job? You can't make enough money to support this many people. But if I quit school... Are you serious? There's no other way, though. I don't want us to be torn apart either. You're my family. I'll work too. Yuta. I'll work. If it means I can stay with everybody, I can deliver papers and stuff. I never expected Yuta to say something like that. It was clear how important his life here was to him. And it was the same for Caruso. And I now knew just how important it was to me too. But there was something else we had to worry about. Was Serika really going to just give up now? She hadn't come after us so far, but there was no guarantee she wouldn't come after Caruso again. It was also possible that maybe Yuto or Uki would be our next target. Which meant there was only one thing I could do. I think we can get by for a while. If we use my savings. Takuro. The problem is that we need a place to live. But would any place rent a room to a bunch of students who just lost their father? Well, I figured this was how it was going to work out. Shinjo sighed and scratched his head some more, then took his phone out of his pocket. Is there some other way? I'll talk to a friend of mine who's good with this stuff. It's someone you know well. Just so we're clear, I'm not making any guarantees. You know, now that we're getting close to the game, I just want to mention, Shinjo's been just, like, probably one of my favorite consistent characters throughout the game. He's just always trying to help and do his best. Sure, he fumbles a lot here and there, but he does his damnedest to help. And I respect him for that. He's probably been like my favorite character throughout the entire game. He's just the guy that you always know that he will take you seriously as best he can and help as best he can. Thank you so much. Thank you. Kurusu, Yuto, and Yamazoe all bowed. Sheesh, this really isn't my job, you know. He mumbled to himself as he dialed a number, then put a phone up to his ear. Hello, Momose. I had a feeling it was going to be Momose. I need to talk to you. Do you have some time? Living with Momose. Alright, this is your new home. None of us were sure what to say when Momose-tan took us to our new place. This is it? It was an old rundown apartment building that had clearly been built at least 30 years ago. Well, I didn't exactly have a lot of options for you. Just be glad I found something, okay? Don't worry, Tucker. It may look a little beat up, but it's got everything it needs. And I'm sure we'll get used to it. That's right, big bro. If we can all live there, it doesn't matter if it's a little old. I think it's wonderful too. Everybody was trying to stay positive in front of Momose-san, but I wasn't worried about the age of the building or the condition of the room. No, that's not it. It's not. Then what's bothering you? Well... Sheesh, I wonder what all the noise was about. What's going on? Don't tell me we're being forced to live with Kunosato. The closed door opened and Kunosato-san came out. Kunosato-san? What are you doing here? Kurusu moved between Kunosato-san and Yuto as she spoke. This was bad. This is her room. These two didn't get along. Of course, that was only because Kunosato-san hated us for no reason. No right, people bring a box of chocolates when they move in. You've got quite an attitude, considering you came here second. Oh no. Second? Tucker, what does she mean? Momose. I can understand maybe if this really is your only option, but at the same time, you could have at least given us a warning. We're living with Kunosato. This is, the room next door is kind of, hers. The fear. The fear in Kurusu. The change to the despair portrait is hilarious to me. She's our neighbor. I nodded silently. Kurusu grabbed Yuto's hand. We're out. Yo, let's go. Come on, you too, Uki-chan. Big sis? Kurusu, where are you going? Somewhere else. I'm not living next to her. Yamazoe was standing in the center of the room fidgeting. I'd be perfectly happy if you left, but do you have any place else to go? That doesn't concern you. Seeing Kunosato-san had caused the blood to rush Kurusu's head. Oh dear. Calm down, Kurusu. Relax. Taku, you know what kind of person she is, right? Of course I do, but if we leave, where are we going to go? We'll go to that trailer you live in. Girl, there is not enough room for 4 people. With Yuto and Uki. Well... I'm sorry about this, but I couldn't find anything else. Momose-san looked a little upset to see how poorly Kurusu and Kunosato-san got along. Only when she saw that did Kurusu let go of Yuto's hand. Big sis, are we gonna lose our home? I'm sorry, it's fine. I wasn't thinking. She gently patted Yuto on the head and turned to Kunosato-san. Oh no. But just so we're clear, you're just our neighbor. If you try to do any experiments on Taku and Uki, I'll make you regret it. You better not cause any trouble either. If you make a lot of noise, I'll pound the wall without mercy. I feel like we're already used to that with Kasuki, so try a different tact.
それから
And I don't want to run into you on the hall either. If I'm out there, you stay inside.
ごめんだ
Bro.
私が廊下に出た時
Kunosawa-san turned and walked down the hall to her own room, her footsteps creaking on the wooden floor. What's that girl's problem?
なのよあの人
Kurusu stuck her tongue out the closed door. Kurusu, are you a little kid or something? What are you doing? It's rare to see Kurusu acting so childish. In a sense, Kunosawa-san had a unique talent for bringing that side of Kurusu out. I'm sorry, guys.
いい
Oh,
え
no, I
こち
should
らこそ
apologize
す
to
み
you.
ません
You've been very
わ
good
ざ
to
わざ
us.
面倒見てもらった
She's got a lot of problems of her own, trying to cut us some slack.
Problems. Only then did I wonder for the first time why Kunosato-san was so obsessively pursuing the case. Yeah. She was originally a brain scientist, supposedly. But I doubt she'd tell me if I'd asked. Hi!
Hey, you guys, why are you standing there talking when you're making me work? Carry some stuff yourself!
あすみません
Oh, sorry.
すぐ
We'll
や
go
り
now.
ます
Come on, Takara.
ほらたく
Oh, yeah. Help me, I'm not the bellboy only. Once Shincho-san and Momose-san finished carrying everything in, they left and we were alone. Kurusu had split up the work for the move. But this wasn't a big room and we had a lot of people. We couldn't bring in most of the furniture, and even if we did, there'd be no place to put it. In the end, we only brought clothes, daily necessities, and a few mementos, so it wasn't too much work. Well, it's nice, though. My internet was set up, so at least I had that. Yippee! Kurusu stood in the kitchen, filling a pot with water. She put the pot on the burner and turned on the gas.
ご飯おそばでいい
So
わ
it's
よ
fine for
ね
dinner, right?
そ
Oh,
れ
I
知
know
って
about
ま
that.
す
That's when you
引
eat.
っ
That's
越し
what
そ
you
ば
eat when you
と
move,
言うん
right?
ですよねええ
Yes.
本
You're
当
actually
はお
supposed to
隣
take it
に
to the
も持っ
person
てい
next
くも
door,
のなん
but
だけど
No.
Kurosawa-san was our next door neighbor. Even if we did take it, I doubt she'd eat it. That and Kurusu would probably poison it. Here, eat this.
Soba.
ゆうとは
Did
カ
you
レー
maybe
とか
want to
ハ
make
ンバー
curry
グ
or
とか
Salisbury
食べ
steak?
たかったかしら
No,
おそば
Soba's
でいいよ
fine.
そうご
I
めん
see.
ね
Sorry about this.
私
I'll help you.
ありがとう
Okay, thanks.
それじゃあ
Can you get the
食器
dishes
の用意
ready
をしてくれ
and
る
wipe
か
down
し
the
ら
table?
それからテーブルを
He
拭
said he
いて
didn't mind soba, but a kid Yudo's age must have wanted to eat something different. But he was probably trying not to cause a fuss because of how little money we had. And Yamazoe was trying to find her own role in the family. However...
ごちそうさまでし
Thank you
た
for the food.
お粗末様でした
Thank you for eating it.
While we had managed to find a place to live, there was still so much to worry about. If I was just trying to survive on my own, like I had been in the RV, I would have been fine. But now things were different. We had to survive on our own now, with no one's protection. How long would we be able to keep this up? I had no clear vision for the future. I realized once more how much it meant for Dad to take us in.
タクル大丈夫
Tucker, are you okay?
ご飯足り
Did
た
you get enough food?
Oh, yeah, I'm full.
明日
Starting
から
tomorrow,
は
I'll make some
も
better
うちょっと
meals.
ちゃんとしたご飯作るからね
I wasn't really worried about that, but I nodded anyway.
それじゃ
Alright, now that
あ
our
お
bellies
腹
are
もいっ
full,
ぱいになっ
let's
た
do
ことだ
this.
し改めまして
Cruises sat up straight.
今日からここ
From now
が
on, this is our
私た
family's
ち家
home.
族の家です
なんだよ
What's this all about?
新しい
It's
生
a way of
活に
starting
あ
off
た
our
って
new life.
初心表明みたい
そんなの
You don't have to
別
do
にいらないだろ
あら
No,
Keiji
this
wa
stuff is
taisetsu yo.
important.
Yep, that's just like Crusoe, alright.
さて
Now,
新し
we're
い
going to
生
make a
活を
promise
始
as
めるにあ
we
たって
start our new life
一
here.
つだけ約束
Promise?
そう
Yeah,
と言って
it's
も
the same as before
前
though.
と同じよ家族の間で
No
隠
secrets
し
between
事は
family
しない
members.
こと
Keep this promise no matter what so that we don't get it torn apart again.
クルス
Crusoe. It felt like an expression of her resolve to me. She never wanted me to leave her again.
Yeah, got it. I
約束
promise.
する私も
I promise too.
しますタクルは
What about you, Takaro?
ああ
Yeah,
約束する
I promise.
よろしい
Very good. Alright, everyone,
Minna.
welcome to your new home.
改めてよろしくお願いします
New home! And thus our new life began.
Oh dear,
言うとっ
Yuto.
たら
You
も
look
う
tired.
眠そう。
That's right, you worked hard
そうよ
today.
ね。それじゃあ
Let's
お
take
風
a
呂入
bath
った
and
ら
get
寝
you in
ましょう
bed.
か。
Okay. Fortunately, as Beapus' apartment was, it had its own bath and toilet. But to be fair, there weren't that many public baths left these days. An apartment building without baths and toilets wouldn't make it. I looked at the clock and saw that it was just past 9. I felt like it had been a long day. Living in the same room as other people meant that you couldn't set the pace of your own day. I realized that just over these few hours. I'd lived with others before, but I'd always had my own personal space. Here, though, I didn't. If I wanted my own space, I'd have to leave. Of course, I couldn't ask for too much right now. And anyway, I felt kind of a peace here.
タクル、お風呂
Tucker,
をお先
I
にい
took
た
a
だい
bath
たわ。
already. Why don't you take one too?
あなたも入った
You're
ら
all sweaty, right?
汗。
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
you.
fine.
ダメよ。
You are not
そん
fine.
な
I'm not
汚
letting
れ
you
た
touch
体
food
でお
until
布
you're
団へは
clean.
入らせません。
I used to find Crusoe annoying at times like this. But now,
うーん。
I'm sure they were both
二
tired.
人ともよっ
They
ぽど
both
疲
sleep
れ
the
てた
second
の
they lay
ね。
down.
Mm.
Yeah. We never all slept together on the floor like this before.
No.
Hey,
Crusoe.
Crusoe.
大丈夫よ。
He'll be fine.
父さんもいなく
You
な
were
って
going to ask about how we're going to
こ
survive
の
without
先
Dad,
どう
right?
生活してい
なんで
How?
タクルの言いたい
I
こと
can
く
usually
らい
tell
わ
what you're
かる
going
わ
to。say. I'm your family after
だ
all.
って私は
Your big sister.
あなた
クルス
Crusoe.
まだ
You're
So
still
you're
calling me
Wanda,
that, huh?
Oh.
Oh.
う
No,
今
it's fine. Just
ただできればいつか
go
ね
back to the old way someday if you
元の呼
can.
び方にもごめん
I'm sorry.
とにかくね
Anyway,
こ
as
うや
long
っ
as
て
we all
家
work together,
族
it'll
み
be
んなで
fine.
力を合わせて
It'll
いけ
work
ば
out.
きっと大丈夫
No,
な
I'll
んと
make
か
it
な
work out.
だから
So, sounded more like she was trying to convince herself rather than me. Having everyone together in that old home had been really important to Crusoe. I realized now that she was probably the one who was the most hurt when I left. And also the one who was the most nervous now.
家族
Family, huh?
Eh?
Huh?
なんでもいいよ
Nothing. Good
お
night.
やすみ
Yeah,
お
good
やすみ
night.
なさい
Will you be able to be a family again here? I almost said those words, but was too embarrassed to do so. But listening to everyone snore next to me brought me a great deal of peace.
タクル
Tucker,
タクルったら
Tucker, wake up.
うん
しょうがな
Fine,
い
we'll do this the hard way.
こうなったらタクル
Tucker, wake up! You're finally up.
Why'd you yell? You scared me.
びっくり
いつまで経っても
Because he wouldn't have
あな
woken
た
up
が起きない
otherwise.
からでしょ
だからってそん
Hey, you didn't have to-
仕方
Wait, why is Crusoe waking me up? In this room. Hello.
タクル
Big
兄
bro,
ちゃん
you're so
起きるの
slow getting up.
遅いみんなとっく
Everybody
に
else
起きちゃ
got
って
up a
ま
long
す
time
よ
ago.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I see. That's right, we're all living here now. Literally under the same roof.
それにしても
But still, could you try and wake me up a little more
も
gently?
っと優しく
何言ってる
What are you
の
talking about? I tried that first. Isn't that right, you two?
ね
Yep,
この姉ちゃ
her
ん
voice was
最初
really
は
gentle at
すっ
first.
ごくやそれでも
But you
タ
still
クル
didn't
さん
wake
がな
up.
かなか起きないから
Evidently, it's 3 against 1. Damn.
それより
Anyway,
朝
breakfast
ご
is
はん
ready.
で
Put
き
your
るか
fruits on
ら
away and get
お
dressed.
布団か
あ
Oh,
僕も朝ごはん
I'll skip breakfast.
だー
No.
朝ちゃんと
No,
食べ
you
ない
need
と
to eat
元
breakfast
気
in the
出ない
morning
んだ
or
か
you
ら
won't have any energy.
ほら
Come on,
ほ
go.
ら
Up.
I still went to sleep, but she took my food away from me.
ち
It was like I was looking at us as if she found looking at us as if she found something strange.
何
What?
いえそうしてると
I was just
本当
thinking
の
that
兄
you
弟
look like
み
a real
たい
brother
だ
and
な
sister.
あら
Oh, of
だって
course.
家
We're
族だもん
family.
普通の家族ですか
Family.
そうよ
That's
もちろん
right.
ウキ
Of
ちゃん
course, so are you,
あなたも
Uki-chan. I am too.
私も
Yamazoe smiled, embarrassed. Oh. Crusoe looked happy to see her that way, too. After breakfast, I used my Pokecom to look for information on the murders. I've been too busy lately to check, but I was sure there must have been some developments. I still haven't been able to go to the police about Serika. I probably should have told Shinjo-san already, but I just can't figure out why Serika would do something like that. Kurusu said that she did it all for me, but if that's really true, then that means I'm basically the one who killed Dad and Yui. Is it really okay to let Serika be the only one punished for that when I'm also responsible? And why does Serika think that's what I wanted anyway? Was that really what I wished for? No, that's impossible. It's done! Chris had been playing with a roll of fabric.
What are you making?
I thought it would be nice to have a curtain over the shelving. You know, we don't want to leave the dishes exposed or they'll get dusty. And this is for the doorknob and the tissue box. Little things like this can really brighten up a room, you know?
Oh, you're right.
Kurusu was steadily turning the room into a place to live. I doubt I would have ever thought about any of those things, but it was true that having them here made the room feel much more like home.
Can I do that?
Of course, I'll show you. Let's do it together.
Okay.
Yamazoe had said that we looked like a brother and sister, but she and Kurusu looked just like a pair of sisters too. What are you doing, Yuto? Studying. For school. Want me to help?
You mean it?
Yeah, I guess I can do it once in a while. There's nothing for me to do here anyway. And besides...
Alright, tell me I'll do this.
For now, I want to treasure this peaceful time. What? Nothing. What? I said nothing. Weirdo. I don't trust any of this. Hey, Kurusu, don't you have to go to school today? After everything that happened, and then moving on top of it all, we hadn't had time for school. Neither of us had attended class in a while. Of course, the school was being understanding of our situation, but we couldn't skip school forever. You have to go too, don't you, Takaro? Well, you're the student council president. I'm just the president of a club. You're the one who can't afford to keep missing days. It's fine. Kawahara-kun's handling the student council for me. My term's almost up anyway. Besides, we can't go to school and just leave him here, can we? True. It wouldn't be right to go and leave Yuto and Yamazoe behind. But I can't send Kurusu off on her own either. There's no telling when Serika might show up. Hey, Takaro. About Serika. Oh, you're just opening up this can of worms right in the middle of the room, huh? Hearing her name from another person's mouth made me feel tense. I didn't want to believe she was the killer. But the way she'd been acting, and the fact that she'd been trying to kill Kurusu, those were both real. I thought about it, and I realized I don't know anything about her. Huh? What are you talking about? You guys are friends, right? She likes sweets and grapefruit juice, she's a bit of an airhead. Not that. I mean, like, where she lives, what her parents are like. Serika got hurt in the earthquake too, right? Where are her parents? Well, they're alive, right? What do they do? Have you ever met them? You've known her since she was a kid, right? Normally, if you've known someone for that long, you would have gone to their house at least once or twice, right? Uh-oh. She's right. Serika and I were together for years. But I don't know anything about her parents, let alone where she lives. They never came to school field day or parent-teacher meetings. She never talked about them, and I never brought it up. But they should have at least come up in conversation a few times. I can't remember that happening even once. Actually, I don't even have any photos of her from when she was a kid. We might need to look into Serika a little. November 11th, 2015. Wednesday.
Excuse me.
Oh, Shinjo-chan. Hello. Mose Katsuko smiled as Shinjo Takishi came into her office. Oh my, you're as glum as ever, aren't you? You need a change of pace once in a while. I guess that's not really possible, is it?
Between you and me, I've always wanted to be a hard-boiled type of detective.
Shinjo was unconsciously patting his belly with his left hand. He was nursing a nasty upset stomach. Look, it's on right now. He mostly pointed to the TV where a news show was doing a panel on the murders. You could probably find the same topics on every channel. Let's go over the events thus far once more. The return of the New Gen Menace was believed to have ended with the arrest of a suspect. However, on November 4th, the same day as the Dokkan puzzle case 6 years ago, another murder took place. And what's more, the young man who was arrested as a suspect suddenly began to deny all involvement yesterday. Our sources state that he's declaring his innocence in regards to all the murders. Some people are saying that the police may have arrested the wrong person.
If they did, this is a serious issue. He's a minor after all. And they treated him as a murderer when he was actually innocent.
Some human rights groups are already protesting.
And I would expect to see some more protests in the future.
Just like the commentator on TV had said, the public had already turned against the police. Shinjo and the rest of the force's reputation was in the gutter. Is the person that they're claiming... is it Ito? Actually, that might not be the most impossible assumption. Because, remember, Ito was under... Sakura's mind control, right? But if Sakura's dead, then there's obviously no one left to mind control him. So even though he'd probably be saying, like, hey, I did all this shit before, the second Sakura's mind control's gone, he just realizes what situation he's really in. And he's like, no, I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? And of course, he's lucky. If it is Ito, then again, assuming I'm right, then he'd be lucky because, again, a murder occurred when he wasn't in, when he was in jail. Or being detained or whatever. Meaning, obviously it's not him. No, he'd be lucky if it was just damage to his reputation. At some point, he'd probably be asked to resign. It must be tough. That's an understatement.
And now they tell me Ito Shinji's been released.
I see. So he really was released. So he's... okay, that's fascinating to me.
Yeah, Kunosawa-san did everything she could. His brain's in a much better state now. Problem is that Section 1 arrested him because he was insisting that he was the killer. Kunosawa-san says that he was brainwashed. And we've been matched to microscopic evidence from the past case with the Ito-kun's DNA. And there's just too much that doesn't make sense.
But still, releasing him was a pretty bold move, wasn't it? If the media finds out about that, won't you be in trouble?
I don't think we'll have to worry about that for a while.
What do you mean?
Ito-kun's still in the hospital. It looks like they're still keeping him under psychiatric observation.
I see.
He's a lot better, but his brain is still under extreme mental load.
Extreme mental load, huh?
I'm not a specialist, so I don't know the details, but the numbers were bad enough that he couldn't possibly have been sane. So fortunately, we're able to refuse any visitors.
I see. Why don't you spend some time in the hospital too?
Hmm?
You look pretty tired. You haven't gotten any rest, have you?
You're right. I should at least get a physical.
Shinjo rubbed his stomach once more without a hint of a smile. Then his phone went off in his pocket. He took out his phone and looked at the name on the screen.
It's Miyashiro-kun.
Oh my.
Hello, this is Shinjo. What is it? Something happened?
Guess I'm not gonna get that physical anytime soon. Rip.
It's you!
Welcome. Oh, it's just you, peasant.
お主か
I went to the place Shinjo-san suggested. Why do you call everybody peasant? Or why? No, not even everyone. You just call freaking Miyashiro peasant. Did that ever get explained? If it did, I forgot, but I don't think it's ever been explained why you just always call Miyashiro peasant. Is it just because he's a regular?
ぼっちか
You're alone. Oh, I'm looking for someone.
待ち合わせを
I looked around and saw Shinjo-san in the back. He was looking out the window and rubbing his stomach. I bowed to the waitress and went to sit with him.
Hey, you're here.
その
Thanks for your help with everything.
どうもお世話になりました
Yeah, don't worry about it.
What do you want to talk
それよ
about?
り話ってのは
Even now, I wasn't sure if I should tell Shinjo-san about Serika. Seeing my hesitation, Shinjo-san frowned.
こっちとら商売
Honestly, I'm really
繁盛
busy
でね
these days. I don't have enough time to do
仕事が山積
anything.
みで
I don't even have a
正直
second
時間が
waste.
足りないんだよ
Sorry. I looked at Shinjo-san's cup and saw that it was filled with milk. From the way he was rubbing his stomach, it was likely he was feeling sick. I couldn't call him all the way out here and then just tell him it was nothing.
どうですね
Well,
そ
how
の
do I phrase this?
その
If I asked you to look into Onoe Serika without asking me
小野
why,
セリカの
would you
こと
do
を
it?
調べてほしい
お前さんを
Onoe-san? His fearless gaze was fixed on me appraisingly. A moment later, he shook his head a little. He'd grown a little chin stubble.
君と尾上さん
I don't know what happened between you and
の
Onoe-san. I just got badly bitten by a boy who cried wolf. I can't be using police resources without asking why. The boy who cried wolf. It was obvious who he was talking about. I'd seen on the news that Ito had suddenly switched to proclaiming his innocence. The festivals had continued on that channel's news board ever since the first report, and the threads were still popping up even now. I could imagine that things were tense at the police station right now. You should really be going to a detective agency for that.
それは
I suppose you're right.
だったら
So at least tell me
話してもらおう
why.
か
What should I do? Even if Shinjo-san does look into Serika without asking me any questions, if he finds something, the result will be the same. But even so, I still couldn't bring myself to tell him. From my own lips that Serika might be the killer.
しょうがないな
Oh, fine. Shinjo-san saw that I wasn't going to say anything inside.
尾上セリカの
You want me to look into
身元
Noe
を調べりゃ
Serika's
いいの
background, right?
やってもらえ
You'll
る
do
ん
it?
ですか
乗りかかった
I've come this far, and right now I need to grab onto any
今は可
possibility
能
I've
性が
got.
あるなら
理由は
You're not going to ask why?
そんなもん
It doesn't matter at this
今
point.
更
My
どうとでもなる
reputation's
さ
already gone to hell.
ただし
But if I do
も
find
し
something suspicious,
そ
I
れによ
can't
って
guarantee
何
that
か
I'll be able to
疑
shut
わしい
things
ことが
down.
出てきたら
Are you really okay
止
with
めら
that?
れるという保証はないぞ
I could tell from the way he
それでも
spoke that
いい
he
んだ。
wasn't joking.
はい
Yeah. There was no turning back now. I said it aloud so that I could hear it too.
ただいま
I'm back.
おか
Oh,
えり
welcome home. Cruiser welcomed me with a smile when I opened the door.
タクル兄ちゃんおか
Welcome
えり
home, big bro.
おかえりなさい
Welcome home.
Yuta was sitting at his desk doing schoolwork. Yamazoe seemed to be studying too. Both of them looked up at the same time. I'd lived with other people at Alba Dorm, but we all had our own rooms. It felt a little weird to hear welcome home as soon as I walked through a door. But it wasn't a bad feeling at all.
頼まれてたの
This is what you
こ
wanted,
れでいい
right?
んだよな
あり
Oh,
がとう
thanks. Hand Cruiser the ingredients for dinner that she asked me to pick up before I left.
何
What's up?
うん
No,
Never mind.
never mind. Cruiser didn't ask where I'd been going when I left, but I was sure she could guess. She probably wanted to know how it had gone, but she wasn't asking for my sake.
それでよかったん
I
だ
got
よ
everything on the list, all right?
頼まれてた
The stuff you asked me to buy.
あ
Oh, yeah, konjac, tofu.
こんにゃく
Huh?
と
What's this, Tucker?
ユウトたちだって
You guys probably want some
たま
snacks
には
once
お
in a
菓子
while,
くらい
right?
食べたいだろ
お菓子
Snacks.
Yuta stood up when he heard the word snacks. His face broke out into a huge grin when he saw the value-sized pack of Yak Cats in Cruiser's hands.
やったチ
Hey,
ョコレート
chocolate.
だ
Thanks, big
あり
bro.
がとう
Look,
タクル
Cookie.
兄
It's
ちゃん
chocolate.
ほら
Chocolate.
お姉ちゃん
Do you like
チョコだ
chocolate?
よチョコ好き
Yeah.
ねえのの姉ちゃん
Hey, Big sis, can I have some
チョコ食べても
chocolate?
いいお勉強が終わ
Once
った
you're
ら
done
ね
studying.
Hey, let's hurry up and finish,
勉強
Yuki.
終わらそう
Okay.
The two of them sat down at the desk and began studying even harder than before.
もうダメ
Come
よ
on,
タク
Tucker,
ル
you know better than that.
この
We
先
don't
私
know
た
when
ち
we're
の
going
生
to need
活もどうな
money
る
from
か
now
わから
on,
ない
so
ん
you
だから
can't waste
無
any.
駄遣いしちゃ
分かってる
I
けど
know, but it's just a little
たか
bag
が
of
チョコレートだろ
chocolate.
たかがの
How those
積
little
み
things
重ね
start
が
to
そ
pile
のう
up
ち
and then
大きく
Cruiser stopped and shook her head.
うん
No,
そうね
maybe you're right.
タク
We'll
ル
go
の言う
crazy
通りかもしれ
if
な
we
い
try
わ
to
ね
deny ourselves everything.
何事もダメだこういう時だものね
Times are tough.
少し
at
くらい
least a little something
心
to
の
keep
余
us
裕がないと
クルス
Cruiser.
何
What is it?
いやなんでも
No, it's nothing. Seems like you've changed since we moved here. I was going to say that, but I stopped myself.
変なの。
You're silly. When she smiled, it was a little more peaceful than the smile I was used to seeing. I thought that I knew everything about Kurusu, but I was finding out that I really didn't know anything at all. When's everything gonna go to hell? I still don't trust it. I got the call from Shinjo-san that night.
信じたくはないだろう
Sure, you don't want to believe this, but
まず
there's no doubt
間違いな
about
い
it.
そう
I see.
ですか。
Thank you.
わかりました。
After I heard what Shinjo-san had to say, I staggered back to the apartment. What happened? When I arrived, Kurusu had just gone out of the bathroom and was drying her hair with a towel.
タクル
Takeru, where
ど
were
こ行
you?
ってたの？
You weren't here when I got out of the bath, so I was a little
お風呂
worried.
から上がったらいなくなってるから、タクル
Takeru?
尾上が
No, he is.
Don't tell me she's dead.
I couldn't say the rest of it. Yudo and Yamazoi were asleep. But I still didn't want to talk about it in front of them regardless.
タクル
Takeru. Kurusu stood up, slowly walked over, and held me tight. She slipped her hands around my back and patted me gently, like a child. I felt like she'd been doing this all the time lately. But for now, I just wanted to let her do it.
クルス
Kurusu. Onoe is... Onoe
お前
is...
は
大丈夫よ。
It's okay.
今は
You don't have
何
to
も
say
言わ
anything
なくても
You can calm down first.
落ち着いてからでいいから。
Kurusu.
クルス
Yeah? Shinjo-san had seemed reluctant when I talked to him, but he'd acted fast after I left. The police must have been getting desperate. They wanted to make up for the mistake they made with Ito as fast as possible. Shinjo-san had persuaded his superiors and gone to search Serika's home. What he'd found there was... absolute darkness, both concerning her and everything about her. That's what he said. There were signs that Onoe Serika had lived there. There were no signs of her parents. There was, however, a body. It was the body of the person who had originally lived there. Serika had killed the home's original owner, hidden the body, and taken their place. That's what he'd said. I wanted to tell him you're joking, right? I wanted to scream and say you're lying. But I was the one who'd asked him to look into this. And to some degree, I'd expected this. Even so, hearing the truth felt like someone was cutting out my heart with a knife.
私じゃ
Am I not good enough?
私じゃダ
Am
メ
I not good enough?
私が
I
セ
can
リ
stay
カ
by
の
your
代
side
わりに
forever. I can
ずっ
take
とあな
Serika's
たのそ
place.
ばに
Is
い
that
てあ
not
げ
good
る
enough?
それとも
Or can I not take her place at
私
all?
じゃセリカの代わりには
I
ならない
realized clearly. My home was here. This is where my heart belonged. Here with Yuto and Yamazoe and...
ありがとう
Thank you.
ノノ
Oh no. When I finally said her name, she just nodded without saying a word.
炊
How
飯器でケ
can
ー
you
キが
bake
焼
a
ける
cake in a
なんて
rice
知り
cooker?
ませんでした。
What? That's a weird... That's quite the transition. Yeah, your friend is more than likely your friend is more than likely the murderer. They killed somebody just to live in their house. She's the reason why all the bad things happening. Cut to the next scene. By the way, you can cook cakes you can make cakes in a rice cooker. What? What do you mean?
You can actually do a lot of things with rice cooker on top of
ご
cooking
飯が
rice.
炊けるだけじゃなくて、のの姉ちゃん
Because
そうい
really
うの
likes
好
doing
きだ
stuff
もん
like
ね。
that.
ほら、
It's starting to smell like
チョコ
chocolate,
レ
you
ートのい
guys.
い匂いがしてきたわよ。
Only in a few hours ago, but the delicious smell was making me hungry again. Nono was in the kitchen making a cake with Yuto and Yamazoe, so it doesn't sound like she died, but... Or, I mean like, I mean to say, it doesn't sound like Onoe died. But it sounds like they were confirming, yeah, she's like the mastermind behind everything to Takeru and Kurusu. I was laying up against the wall and half-heartedly watching them. My head was still filled with thoughts of Serika. Shinjo-san had asked me to meet with him this morning. He had all kinds of questions. How did I find out that Onoe Serika was involved in the case? Where was she now? Who was she anyway? Shinjo-san said that her family registration itself was fake. And he told me more. There was no sign that she'd ever existed until the time of the Shibuya earthquake 6 years ago. But that was impossible. I definitely remembered spending time with her. I could clearly remember going to H Tokyo General Hospital to look for Ami-chan with her, and finding Mimisawa Senri in the middle of an experiment. And I knew for a fact that Mimisawa Senri had been down in that facility before the earthquake. But if Serika really didn't exist, then what were my memories? Nothing I gave the police ended up being any real help. Not to mention, there still wasn't a warrant out for Serika's arrest. It made sense given what had happened with Ito. They probably decided they couldn't risk treating another minor as the killer and getting it wrong again. There was also the question of where Serika came from. If she had no family registration, then she practically didn't exist. And you couldn't prosecute someone who didn't exist. And on top of all that, there was the fact that the rest of the world still didn't know about the Gigalomaniacs. They were probably being as careful as possible because of all of that. Onoe Serika. My childhood friend. She had been by my side for as long as I could remember. She'd always taken my side. And she'd done all those terrible things for me. But just who exactly was she, really?
Okay, we're all set. Now we just have to wait for it to cook? That's right. Simple, huh? How long is it gonna take?
All day.
About an hour? An hour, huh? That's right. It's not very exciting to just sit here and wait, so why don't we go somewhere? Can we?
Is that a good idea to just leave the... What if we come back to a fire?
Yeah, it might be fun if we all go somewhere together. Right, Takaru?
Huh? I wasn't listening.
We were all talking about going somewhere.
Where?
Just for work. You want to come too, right? Come on, big bro, let's go.
I suppose there isn't much point in sitting here and being gloomy. Alright, I'll go.
Yes! Okay, let's get ready. Okay.
Yuta was really excited. I've been keeping him inside lately out of fear of Serika might come. He's probably eager to get out of the house. Maybe it would be a good change of pace. I swear to God, if we walk out here and
We're all set.
No, Yuto and Uki came back holding cones piled high with ice cream. The color of the ice cream was so bright it stung my eyes.
Here's your Takaru.
She offered me one that was glistening with a thick coating of chocolate. Thanks. So, I guess it's important to re-mention this here. So, there's something odd about the real Sky route, apparently. There is technically a bad end for it, but the guide here mentions that the coding for it does not... that the scripting for it... It's impossible to get in the game for some reason, because the code is wonky or something like that. Basically, it's impossible to get in-game. But I don't know what's going to happen if I, like... Here, let me see something. You might hear sound for a second. I just want to make sure, like, what would... Nope, never mind, that's a statement. You know what? Never mind. Let's just choose, I don't know. Positivo. It says to come from Nono's hand.
You want chocolate and vanilla, right?
Yeah. Nono knew exactly what I liked. You know what? No. I just wanted... I don't know how much my heart can take. I want to do pop neutral.
It's good.
It is, isn't it?
It's delicious.
っていうか
Wait, we're making a cake too. Is it okay to have so many sweets?
甘いものばっかで
甘いものは別
He
腹
said you can never have too many sweets, right? Wasn't she the one who got mad at me when I bought those yak cats, though? But, well, if it makes everybody happy. And Nono, too.
おいしいね
This is good, huh?
うん
Yeah. No's enjoying herself, so I guess it's okay.
結局
We ended up
なんだかんだ
using a lot of money,
使
huh?
っちゃったな
After we bought everything we needed, we had run through quite a bit of cash.
これは
I guess starting tomorrow we'll have to cut back,
生
huh?
活ね
Nono sounded kind of happy. She'd been like that for as long as I'd known her. The worse the problem got, the more excited she was to solve it. And that was one of the reasons everyone counted on her so much. Hmm? It was a phone call, but my phone was silent in my pocket. Which meant...
ごめん
Sorry, it's me. Nono took her phone out and looked at the screen, then put it back in her bag.
誰
Who was that?
気になる
Curious?
違う
No, just you didn't answer it.
出なかっ
川原くん
It
から
was from Kawahara-kun.
た川原君
Kawahara-kun?
うん
Yeah, he calls sometimes and asks me when I'm going back
い
to
つから
school.
学校に
うーん
Hmm.
なんだ
What?
別に
Nothing. Weirdo.
あそうだ
Oh, right.
ね
You got a raffle ticket at
そうい
the
えば
last
さっ
place
き
we
の
went to,
お店で
right?
ああ
Yeah.
そういや
Don't think of it.
多分この
I
辺
think
で
they're
やって
doing
る
the
と
raffle
思
somewhere
うん
around
だけど
here. Normally never pay attention to those things even if I got them, but Nono always did. She was always kind of like a housewife like that.
あれじゃ
Is
ない
that
です
it?
か
Yamazoe pointed to a small tent where a man outside was yelling.
ほらタクルも行こ
Come on, let's go.
僕はいいよ
I'll pass. I never actually wanted one of these
昔から
things.
当たったことなんて
No,
ない
he
し
always used to, though.
ものあ
Oh. I remembered Serica again.
うもうそんなこと
Come
言
on,
わない
don't be
で
like that. Look, it's just the first prize is a
ほら
brand new
一等は
Pokemon.
最新型ポケコンだって
No, had very clearly he heard what I said. She was talking like nothing was wrong at all. It made me feel a lot better.
お願いします
Thank you.
Oh, hey, you guys siblings?
わかります
Can you tell?
Well, you all look like you're so close, so I sure can.
ねえタクル
Hey, Tucker.
私たち
He says we look like a
家族に見える
family.
って
Yeah.
でも
Well, that makes me
嬉
happy,
しい
but
けど
also a little sad, you know?
Okay, you got 4 draws and all.
あはい
Oh, sure. 4 draws means one for each of us. You're gonna help too, right, Tucker?
わかる
Fine. Sad? What on earth does she mean by that?
あそれじゃ
Oh,
あ
can I go
最
first
初は
then?
ええどうぞ
Yeah, go ahead.
じゃあ
Alright,
行くね
here I go.
Darkness.
残念で
That's
す
too bad.
僕
I wanted the portable game system that was second prize.
ああいうのは
Those ones are set up so that you can't win them. You don't even know if there's actually a winner
ちゃん
mixed
と
in
当た
with
り
the
が入っ
raffle.
ているのかどうかもわからないんだ
そうなののの姉
Is
ちゃん
that true, Big Sis?
そんなこと
No,
ない
it's
わ
not.
よ
It's just not easy to
た
win
だ
these.
そんな
I'm
に
happy
簡
with what I
単に
got
は
though.
当たらないでしょうね
Nono patted her 24 rolls of
私はこれ
toilet
で十分
papers. Yippee! Yamazoe and Yuto laughed. Only then did I remember. That night, Yuto always used to cry or suddenly break out screaming. The trauma he'd experienced during the earthquake had given him scotophobia, the fear of darkness. But ever since we moved, that hadn't happened. Even though he'd just lost his sister and adoptive father. Of course, part of that was due to Yuto's own efforts, but it wasn't possible to just get over a phobia by working hard. A lot of it was probably thanks to Nono. Nono had become more of a mother than ever. She was looking out for everyone. That's why Yuto and Yamazoe were still able to smile.
はいタクル
Here, Tucker.
炊
You're
飯
gonna have
器
some of the
で焼い
cake
た
we
ケ
made in the
ー
rice
キ
cooker,
食べる
right?
でしょ
Oh, yeah.
タク
You want Mountain View, right? I know you two want milk, and Uki-chan wants tea.
あのさ、
Hey, no.
のの。
When I said her name, she stopped what she was doing, turned around, and smiled at me.
まだ
You're really gonna
そう
start
や
calling me
って
that
呼んでく
again?
れるんだ。
当たり前だろ。
Of course, your name's
No.
No, after all. I still don't trust any of this. This is all very sweet, nice, and happy, but I'm still waiting for the moment when one of these characters is killed. I don't trust this game anymore. This game has given me trust issues with it, and I refuse to let go of them. I refuse to believe there's a happy ending like this in all of it. Something depressing is still going to happen. One of these characters is going to die. It's probably going to be Yuto or Uki somehow. Ow. And I know how this works. I know how these games work. Don't you dare try and lull me into a false sense of security. I am still concerned that I'm still convinced somebody's going to die. Yeah. Why did I ever want to be special to begin with? I don't have to be special. I don't need to be special. Nona always told me that, so why am I only now realizing that? Such a fool. I feel like that's going to make Onoe even angrier. And so our days passed by peacefully, until somebody died. Shinjo-san would contact me once in a while, but all he would ever ask is if Serika had contacted me. That meant that the police hadn't found her either. I couldn't let my guard down, but nobody was capable of staying on edge 24 hours a day. With everything that lay ahead of me, I couldn't live in fear of Serika forever. It's the second you let your guard down, she's gonna start killing people again. I had some savings built up, but it wasn't enough for 4 people to subsist on forever. I checked the employment sites for a good part-time job. Customer service was out of the question. So was anything involving physical labor. I looked for something that dealt with information, but of course I couldn't find anything. Maybe I should ask Kunosawa-san if she needs help with Shibuya News. Then again, from the look of her apartment, she probably doesn't have enough money to hire me either. No, wait, if we put more ads or something on the Shibuya News page and try to get some affiliate income. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. It's gonna be a no way. Tucker. Nona was in the center of the room sewing something. She tensed up. Only a few people knew about this apartment. What if it's Serika? It's gonna be her! Get your D-sword out! I suddenly motioned for the others to gather in the corner of the room and softly went to the door and reached for the knob. Before I could open it, the door flung open from the outside. Oh, hey! It's you!
Hey, what's up?
I completely forgot about your existence, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hi, Arimura! Peeking through the door were Arimura and... Hey, Kazuki! Arimura-san and Kazuki.
Oh, Joe. It's been a while, guys.
What are you doing here?
何しに来たんだよ。
Oh dear, is that any way you talk to your friends when they come to check on you after you stop coming to school and answering our messages?
いや、
Oh no, there was a reason for that.
I see. So this is your love nest, huh?
Arimura grinned wickedly as she stared at the room. A love nest? What are you talking about? We're family.
Anyway, can I come in? I'm coming in.
And you're just following? She came inside without waiting for an answer or even taking her shoes off. She never did listen to what anybody had to say. You're going to incur the wrath of Karusu.
Come in and relax, huh? Make yourself feel at home.
Arimura, you should probably make yourself feel a little less at home.
Oh, don't worry about me. The cheap tea is fine.
This girl...
Anyway, the place is more of a crapple than expected. It's honestly kind of impressive.
Did you two come here just to criticize our new home? At this point, I was wasting my time trying to even say anything.
I'm glad to see that Yuto and Yuki are doing well, too.
It's been a while.
Thank you.
The two of them looked relieved to see the identities of our son visitors.
Sheesh, I'm glad to see you two haven't changed.
Nona must have been happy to see them because she had a big grin on her face.
How are things at school? Nothing's changed except that you guys aren't there anymore, right, Hana?
I didn't really care about school, but Nono was the student council president. Must have been bothering her. Anyway, how'd you find out about this place?
Oh, you wanna know? I bet you do.
I've been trying to keep it a secret, so of course I did.
We asked Shinjo-san.
Oh, it was that simple.
At first he said you didn't know. Is he ever gonna learn that he can't lie to me?
So we had no choice but to tell her then. So you know about everything else?
Yeah, wow. Who would have known that? Who would have thought she knew all about my ability and was able to even fool me? Me or not, I'm impressed.
I knew immediately he was talking about Serica. Not saying the name was probably her way of trying to make me feel better. She was more delicate in things like that than you might expect, because she spent so much time worrying about what our people were thinking.
Anyway, it must suck living next to...
Nope. There was a pounding on the wall before she could finish her sentence.
Wait, no, I have the perfect idea. Kazuki, get into a wall smashing competition with her. Do it. Fight back.
Be careful, the walls are as thin as they look, so she can hear everything you say.
I bet she can hear it because she's trying to. Like she's holding a cup up against the wall or something.
More pounding.
Kazuki, fight back. I summoned Kazuki to do additional damage to the wall.
Maybe Arimura was right.
Fight back. Yes.
Come on, Kazuki, don't pound the wall back.
Yes, it is. Fight back. Fight back.
Just having the two of them here made the place feel more like a club room.
Fight back.
Alright, that's the reason we're here today.
Arimura suddenly stood up and left the room. What?
Come on, Hana, help me.
What? That was Kazuki's turn to disappear.
No, I need you to fight back.
The two of them carried a large object into the room. Excuse you? Wait, this is from the club room. It was a map we used to track the case. Why did you bring it all the way here?
Hana said she was bringing it no matter what.
Kazuki did.
She said that ESO2 wasn't as much fun without you guys talking behind her. But you guys aren't coming to school, right? So we have to go with you. We have to go to you, which means from now on, this is the clap room.
How selfish can you be? Maybe someone else might let you get away with this, but... Wait a sec, we don't have the room for that thing. Just look around. See, the Empress won't.
Well, you already brought it here, so it's yours now. Do it. Throw it out or do whatever you want with it.
Nono sighed and shrugged her shoulders. She must have realized she was wasting her time. Arimura Hinai could be a very scary woman to deal with.
Alright, since we got no objections, I'd like to declare this place on an outpost for the Hekio Academy Newspaper Club.
Arimura took out some Mountain Dew from the fridge and began to hand it to everyone. I didn't feel up to complaining anymore.
Everyone, you ready?
Kazuki applied mechanically a blank expression on her face. Thank you, Kazuki.
Alright, cheers.
Bruh.
Cheers.
What?
Cheers.
Don't worry about it. Plastic balls hitting each other didn't exactly make for a good toast.
What's wrong, Arimura-san? So you and Miyashiro-senpai are sleeping here in the same room here each night, huh?
What? Violent vibration.
Don't make it sound weird. We're all living in the same room because we're a family, and you and Uki-chan are here.
Kazuki must have found Arimura's words funny because she was holding her stomach and laughing.
Never did understand her sense of humor.
Girl?
I see, so it's the four of you all in the same place. That sounds like fun. Yeah, why don't we live here too?
I'm going to throw a fit.
Huh? What the hell is she talking about?
Listen, we're not living here because it's fun. That's right, and there's no room for anybody else to live here.
Really? We could probably find a place to sleep, and if we all live here, we can cut down on rent.
For some reason, Kazuki was nodding rapidly in agreement. But still...
And what's more, look at this place.
Why did she, like, cycle through, like, 3 different portraits?
Arma stood in the middle of the room and spun around, her arms outstretched like a stage actress.
See?
何がね
See what?
Oh, you're so dense. Listen, there's 4 girls and 2 boys in here right now. It's practically a harem for you, Miyashiro-senpai.
I'm going to throw you out the window.
Defenestration, the act of throwing somebody out of a window.
You're going to learn it the hard way.
Practically means it isn't, though. Oh no.
Hey, all of you.
Kuno-san burst through the door and yelled at us.
I told you before not to make so much goddamn noise. Oh, very tiny. Why don't you join us?
Great.
Arimura, you're a son of a... Fuck you.
Join you? Oh, come on. You were listening, right? Why don't we all live there? Is your head filled with maggots or something? Why would I ever want to? Because you'd save on living expenses.
She fell silent. Wait, is she seriously considering... Bruh.
I don't know. Why would I ever want to live with you people? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I figured she shoot the idea right down.
Anyway, no more noise, or any more and I'll jam electrodes into your brains.
Kuno-san slammed the door shut loud enough for to bother the other neighbors. Didn't seem like she was joking.
Honestly, she doesn't get when someone else is joking.
お前たちが無
It's
理
your
に
fault for making
騒
so
ぐ
much
から
noise for no reason.
How rude. I have a very good reason for... Oh. Actually, there's another reason we came here today.
Arimura slapped her hands together like she'd only just remembered. What?
Want to go visit Ito-senpai in the hospital?
Okay. We'd heard that Ito had been released, but I didn't know that he'd recover enough to meet with people. He was still considered a person of interest in the case, so they were refusing most visitors, but Arimura said we could get Shinjo-san to let us in. For his part, Shinjo-san probably hoped we could get some information out from Ito. And if Arimura was there, we could tell if Ito was telling the truth. I wanted to know how Ito was doing too. We decided to have Yuto and Yamazoe stay with Amose-san while we were gone. She'd already taken care of Yamazoe before, so we knew it would be safe. Oh dear, I'm kind of scared about this. Ito's room was on the top floor of the hospital. This is going to be the first time that we're actually going to be able to talk to him, or like face-to-face talk to him after what he did to Yui. I mean, technically we did talk to him in the common route, but he was still like half mind-controlled. But now that Sakura's dead, there's no more mind controlling. There are detectives stationed around the floor, but Shinjo-san must have sent word because they let us straight through.
伊藤
Ito.
あ
Hey. Ito looked up at us from the bed and grinned just a little.
あ宮代
Miyashiro,
最後
everyone.
にみんなも
You all came to see me, huh?
まあな
Yeah, very much.
どうだ
How are you
調
doing?
子は調子
How am I doing?
か
Not too bad.
体調は悪くない
I expected Ito to be barely conscious. But his color was good and he didn't seem to be in a lot of pain. However,
You're doing better than I thought. Oh, I brought you these. You can eat fruit, right?
あ
Yeah,
あ悪いな
thanks.
気を使
That
って
was
もらっちゃって
nice of you.
I felt like the energy that had made Ito himself had vanished.
それで
So,
その
I started to talk and then fell silent. From what I'd heard, Ito had lost all of his memories of the incident. I wanted to see if that was true, but what would be the best way to ask him about it?
その
Um,
ゆいちゃんのこと
you're here about Yui-chan, right?
覚えてる
Do you
の
remember?
か一応
A little. The
刑事
cops
さん
told me
に
what
聞かれて
happened.
るしさ
I couldn't tell if he was smiling or crying.
ごめんな
I'm sorry.
俺
If I'd been able to
ちゃんと
protect
守
her,
ってやれば
maybe Yui-chan might have survived.
ゆいち
Ito-kun, what do you mean she might have survived?
I mean,
ゃんだって
she was killed right in front of me, wasn't she?
俺の目の前で殺されたんだろ彼女
Oh. 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 Oh, that's pain. That's like searing hot, like burning pain. Oh, that hurts to hear. That burns. That really burns. He doesn't even realize what he did. Would it even be... I don't even think it... He doesn't know the truth. He's been told that he just watched it happen, not that he was controlled into doing it. What is he talking about? I'm sorry. I really don't remember what happened over the past few weeks. It's like... It sounds like something you'd hear in a movie, but it's like everything's shrouded in fog. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I looked at Arimura. She nodded silently, which meant he really was telling the truth. Suddenly, Ito looked around the room in surprise. Huh? Wait, where's Inoue? Oh. I thought it was kind of quiet, but I guess that's because she's not here. Did something happen? Oh, well... She said she's stuck at school. That sounds just like her.
She told us to say hello for her.
I see. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to see her, but tell her to come by sometime. The hospital room is the most boring place in the world. If you didn't remember, then there's no need to force him to. Ito-kun? Sorry. I try to remember things and I guess it tired me out. I see. We should go then. Sorry to make you come all this way. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. That is straight fucked. Unfortunately, it really was true that he didn't remember anything. That is straight up fucked. He doesn't even remember. But he hadn't just forgotten. He replaced the bad memories with ones that were better for him. He was a victim too, in a way. It wasn't right to blame him and force him to confront the truth. I felt conflicted about it, though. Would Nono and I ever truly be able to be friends with him again? I wondered about that as I head for home. Yep, that's a shitty situation. Nothing happened for the next 2 days, and then Yuto died. I'm still waiting. I don't trust this game. I refuse to. Because every single other time I've tried trusting, I get stabbed in the heart with a knife pitches black. Sarika was still leaving us alone. I was starting to think maybe it was time for me to head back to school. But with Yuto and Yamazoe to worry about, I was hesitant, thinking maybe it was still too soon. And then she showed up again. Hey.
Ciao, guys. Oh, Ukiji. Utochi. Hey there. Ciao. Ciao.
She won Yuto and Yamazoe over too. So, how are you doing here today?
Well, aren't you just a bundle of sunshine today? I told you the other day, didn't I? This place is now the Hekio County Newspaper Club's outpost.
The bulletin board was already situated behind us. I couldn't see from here, but I would if I looked around. It made the whole place feel cramped. I'm letting the club members do their own thing for a while, so there's no need for you to be here. And you're in the literature club anyway, aren't you?
I have an opening I can put the writing skills I developed in the literature club to use here. And I'm here on an errand. You should be thanking me, not getting mad.
Arimura puffed out her chest proudly. An errand?
Unfortunately, it's not for you. It's her curse, Senpai. For me? What is it? I don't know, but Kawahara Senpai said to give this to you. Kawahara-kun did?
Just Nono took a stack of handouts from Arimura, her phone began to ring. She looked at the screen and ignored it. I didn't intend to look, but from where I was sitting, I caught a glimpse of it. It was Kawahara, the person we were just talking about.
Let me be relevant again, please.
You sure you don't want to answer that? I'll call him back later.
Let me be relevant again, please.
Might be about student council, though. I spoke to the rest of the members and everything's going smoothly. It's fine.
What did he want, then? Bruh. Nono's phone rang again. At the same time, there was a knock on the door. That was Kawahara on the phone. Who was at the door? Was it Serika? Takaru. Tension filled the room. With the phone ringing, we couldn't pretend that no one was here. Should we answer or not? Just as I finally decided to stand up and answer it.
Kurisu, you're in here, right? It's me, Kawahara. Open up.
It was Kawahara, the boy who was calling on the phone.
I am forcing myself to be relevant again. Sorry to just barge over like this, but I thought that was the only way I'd get to see you.
Kawahara bowed as he came inside.
What's that phone call?
I didn't want you pretending not to be here. I felt bad, but I decided to check.
In a cheap apartment like this, you could hear the phone ringing from the hallway. He must have figured that out. Why did he have to go through all this trouble? Maybe Serika was controlling him just like she'd done with Ito. Either way, it would be best to be careful.
You probably have figured out, but I asked Arimura to bring you these papers so I could find out where you live. I'm sorry.
Bruh?
What? You did? So wait a sec. I was being followed.
Genuinely hadn't noticed. I whispered in her ear. Hey, you can tell when someone's lying.
He told me just to take these to her. That's not a lie.
What a useless power. Damn. Bruh. Kawahara, why did you do all this?
I've come to kill you.
Nono glanced at Yuto and Yamazoe, who were shaking in fear in a corner of the room.
Because you haven't been coming to school. Why else?
I told you why. I'm really busy right now.
I know you're busy, but you can't stay home forever.
I've got my reasons.
Reasons? If you got reasons, then tell me.
She fell silent. She certainly couldn't tell him that Serika might be after her life.
Is there something you can't tell me?
I'm sorry.
It's not because of him, is it?
Oh. Kawahara's gaze turned toward me.
I see. So it is his fault, isn't it? He got you caught up in something again. That's why you can't come to school, right? Right?
Oh no. I wanted to say something back, but I couldn't. It was partially my fault after all. Serika had done all this because she thought it would make me happy. Which meant that the reason we were stuck here really was my fault. I'm about to get punched again, aren't I? Well... No, Kawahara-kun. Takaru's not at fault.
Then why can't you come to school?
Because of my family, so it's none of your...
Family? You call them your family, but they're not your real family, are they?
You're... I could see Yuto freeze in the corner of the room. Yamazoe was next to him, rubbing his back gently. Kawahara hadn't noticed a change that had overtaken the rest of the room. He was still talking.
Mishiro, these are people you're living with. You're all just playing at being a pretend family, aren't you? Besides, I've known you longer than any of them.
Stop it.
We've always been together, ever since we were kids. You, me, and Misawa. Ever since then, I've always loved you.
What?
Another shot. Okay. It was a sudden confession of love. Bro was having a crash out. Of course, even I knew that Kawahara was in love with Nono. But I didn't expect him to say it in front of so many people. He's just crashing out right now. Even though Arimura was stunned into silence, yeah.
I'll say it again, Kusu.
Stop it, Kawahara. We can talk about this some other time.
No, there are witnesses here, and I won't say this in front of them. I love you, Kusu.
Kawahara,
why do you look so upset?
Because...
You knew I liked you, right?
Well...
When we were younger, I always wanted to be alone with you, but Mimasao was always in the way. I wish that she would just disappear. But you always took pity on her. Whenever you went, Cinnamon was always by your side. Do you know how much I want her to go away?
Nono's face twists in pain. You are getting very close. Kawahara, you are in a room with Takeru, Kurusu, Arimura, I think it's just, and Uki. 4 people who have D swords, who could turn your corpse into burgers to sustain us for the next couple days. It must have hurt to hear him talk about her friend like this. Normally Kawahara would have picked up on that. But after coming out in front of so many people and saying that he liked her, the blood must have rushed to his head.
I finally thought I was rid of her. And now you're telling me you got family. What the hell? I know so much more about you than Miyashiro. I understand you. Come on, Kurusu.
Kawahara-kun looked straight into Nono's eyes. Can we kill this guy? I could see that his eyes were a little bloodshot. Can we kill him?
I'll say again. I love you. You love me too, don't you?
Nono glanced around the room, looking upset as everyone watched in silence. Finally, she frowned and bit her lip. I'm waiting for this guy to just jump and attack.
I'm happy you feel that way, Kawahara-kun.
Then
But I'm sorry. I don't love you back.
why?
Kawahara-kun's voice raised in anger.
Why? He's a Miyashiro? What do you like about him?
That's the problem.
Huh?
He's my little brother. Do you think anyone in the world likes it when you insult their little brother?
He's not your brother, he's a stranger.
But to me, he's part of my family.
No.
It's the same with her. It's Henry. I wasn't with her out of pity. She was my best friend. And now she's dead. How can you talk like that about a friend of yours that died?
Kawahara-kun looked like he was about to say something, but then he closed his mouth in frustration.
Please just leave.
Kurusu.
Please leave. Calm down a bit. I'm sure that when you do, you'll be back to the Kawahara-kun I know.
Fine. I'll leave for now.
He headed for the door
Damn it!
and smashed it shut as he cursed. I feel like now is a good point to end it for today, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's a good point.
Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please don't crash out like Kawahara. Peace.